Salem, Connecticut presents the Darling Auto Parts number 7 belonging to Alexander Pearl.
We really didn't make any changes. The tire situation last year actually hurt us, and this year it was actually a little bit better for us. So I think that's what helped us get a couple more wins and just trying to be smart. I don't know, everybody has a black car, so I was like, I don't know, let's try silver. My dad used to have a silver car, so yeah, we had a good car to start the season. The car was a tick too tight. I was trying to run a different line, and it's hard when you're leading the race and not following somebody, and unfortunately lost the lead and then tried to get it back. I thought that was my only shot to get the lead back. And
lap traffic ahead.
Oh!
Putting it together in turn 3. Hard up into the outside wall. The top 2 drivers, George Bissett Jr. and Alex Pearl in lap traffic.
a decent amount of work. It pretty much peeled the right front off. Driver ego was a little bruised too, but that was about it. And then we got wrecked the next week as well.
The heavy parade. Oh, trouble. Amanda West out of shape in a big way, and Cassandra Cole hard into the outside wall.
And it looks like Debus is involved.
Derek Debus.
That was pretty wild. I mean, it wrecked the roof and the hood, and there's tire marks all over the chassis. It definitely hurt a little bit being that far back. I think we were back to like 29th in points, but it just allowed us to go into each week after that and just try to win. That was the main goal, and it kind of took a little bit of pressure off and lowered our expectations.
Meanwhile, on the outside, here comes Pearl. Inch by inch for Reno. Doesn't dig in as hard, and that'll give Pearl the lead. But back in winning form here at Stafford, it is Alexander Pearl.
Car number 7 is strong as ever, and Alexander Pearl will win again in the SK Light Modified.
First one is always really important, especially after the rough start to the season. Then to get the second one, like back to back, and we beat some really good cars that night coming through the field, really helped our confidence and put us on the right track. I think it's some of the hardest racing is out there. So there's some nights where you could start 12th and 10 laps in, there could be no yellows, and you look up and you're still in 10th halfway through the race, and you're like, well, there's nothing you can do. You know, it's all about how the lanes go and if the hole's open, and yeah, it's really important to get through traffic really well in the SK Lights.
That battle just ahead of Norm Sears. He is under fire. Pearl goes around. Car 7, Cassandra Cole also spins her 09 car.
Yeah, I feel like this was the first year that we had trouble with consistency. I know in years past, like last year, we only had one DNF and we finished in the top 10 pretty much every other race. I knew that if we were consistent, we would be there at the end.
But the battle up front is getting closer and closer. Within a half a car length now is Alexander Pearl.
I've always wanted to win the 40-lapper. Early in that race, I knew we had a really great car. I mean, that was the fastest the car's ever been, and I saw daylight going down the front stretch.
The heat of the radiator off the Alexander Pearl machine. Slingshot to the bottom. He throws it in. They come together, and Derek Debus goes around.
Unfortunately, we came together going through one and had to go to the back, which sucked. Sometimes it just has to do with luck. I mean, I think there was a couple of those races that we could have been involved in accidents. It was the night that I finished 6th or 7th. Both the 18 and the 41 wrecked out. We actually had some mechanical problems with the car, so being able to still salvage a pretty decent finish really is important. And I knew that we would have gained some spots on them. And after that, I thought we had a really good shot.
This is going to change the championship picture dramatically. Alex Pearl takes win number 3 of 2022.
It just gave us a lot of confidence, and I think that, especially for me, confidence is key. And it just showed that our whole team that we could do it, and we were still in this, even after the rough start to the year. Yeah, it's just a testament to the whole team, especially my dad and my grandfather. They put so much work into the car, and it's just really cool to be able to do this consistently year in, year out, and run up front. The cold weather didn't help us, and there's some things that we didn't do well with tires, which unfortunately set us back. And it kind of stings to end the year like that after I think we were really close to the point lead with like 3 races left, and then it just started to slip away, which is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, we had a great year, and that's what we can hang our heads on. This year had a lot of ups and downs. It was really cool. I feel like we had a dominant car for a lot of the summer span, which is a positive we can take away going towards the future. There's some things we can always improve on, things that I can do differently, and it's just going to be a work in progress, and hopefully to be a little bit better next year. So I have to thank my dad and my grandfather for all their work throughout the summer and spring and fall, all their help. My mom, my girlfriend Nicole, Darling Auto Parts, EV Exterminating, The Wheel Shop, Steve and Wendy, Rob, Jesse, Church, Kevin, Tom, Daryl, Rico, Aunt Nancy, ServPro Norwich, Good News Lock and Key, Rad, just everyone that helps out.
2023 outlook and expectations.
Championship.